All right, thanks, Sheila. Stepping out of recess and into our 10 o'clock with Melinda, Social Services Update.
Good morning, happy Monday. Stay happy.
Hey.
Yes.
First of the month, the groundhog saw his shadow.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Nice size.
Maybe we'll have some weather on it these days.
That would be lovely.
Yes.
6 more weeks of winter.
6
If it's more of the same, I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
maybe not. Maybe we do want
Maybe.
showers to come, right?
Definitely.
Well, weatherman just said there wasn't anything in the future.
No, for a while. Yes, it's very.
I believe that you all did an Ormiston Fund request this morning.
Yep.
I'll take that off with my list. In front of you, you have the record of proceeding from today's meeting for going over the December 2025 financials. Pretty regular stuff, nothing that should be super exciting or super out of the ordinary. Our adult protective services first are overspent. That is our county administration line. Bottom line, however, we are still doing well for our balance section. So our ending balance as of December was $141,242 under budget. So,
Good.
yes. And the next page there is the report for the Contest Journal. And the last pages are our ending balance reconciled with the treasurer's office, so that's always nice. And all of the checks that were written and cleared and outstanding for the month of December.
How much you paid for the journal right now to run that?
I think it's like around $250-ish, I think. Yeah, to be honest with you, I have to like pass through here.
That balance, no.
No. Valentine, I'm not sure.
Oh, it's, yeah, I'm just curious.
Way less than that.
30-some.
30
31,
something.
59.
31.
He was way more than that, obviously.
That's not bad.
No,
That's for.
yeah, let me check with Nita. And just make sure that that's the correct amount. Because we know we did have issues at one point with, we had overpaid a month. If that makes sense,
Yeah.
so this might be less because it was a credit,
Okay.
so let me check with her and just make sure, I'm sorry that I don't.
Oh, no, find that just my curiosity. I had the same question upstairs, but what it was causing our legal notices. So.
I can get up to you.
Oh, it's so well important.
Questions about financials? I don't have any.
I'll make a motion to approve the record received for February 2nd, 2026, as well as December 2025 financials. Any discussion? All in favor?
Yes.
Yes, as well.
Great, thank you. And the next item of business we have is a MOU with the state of Colorado, labor workforce consortium, they call WIOA. We get invites to attend the WIOA meetings every quarter. So really, it's about, like, it used to be in connection with the workforce centers in the area. So just saying that we would send folks who are on our benefit services, like Colorado Works, Employment First, which, you know, there's portions of Employment First that we're doing and portions that we're not doing. Our able-bodied individuals without dependents, so adults that don't have children in their homes, just saying that we would connect them to workforce services. Workforce services don't exist in our area right now. It's all, like, there's no in-person, I should say. The workforce center in Cortez closed down a while ago. Folks could possibly go to Durango, but they have to make an appointment. The next closest place would be Grand Junction. So, we do sign it every year. This is just an extension of the contract from 2023, saying that we will essentially send folks to their services. I did send it to Dennis and he looked it over and gave me a thumbs up for it. So if it's okay with you guys, it doesn't require any of your signatures, it just requires a signature from me. So if you would like to see it, I have a copy of it.
You know,
Some light reading for you, Linda.
It's long and not exciting.
Yeah.
Or
My eyes.
I'll read it and I'll be thinking somewhere else.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. I will go ahead and plug that and read it. Just wanted to give you a count on caseloads because I haven't done that in a few months, so I apologize. We have processed 87 LEAP applications this year. That's quite a bit less from years prior. Part of that is due to funding from LEAP. We didn't get this outreach money that we had received in years past, which really helped us reach out to clients, help them fill out applications, do advertising, those types of things, and we didn't have that this year because of funding state level. So disappointing, we did 117 last year, so there's still a little bit more time. We have
And how much was this
until-
one?
We have 87. Mhm. We have until the end of March for people to apply for the benefits.
And it hasn't been that cold, so maybe that's part of it too, who
Yeah.
knows?
Yes. We currently have one ongoing child welfare case and one child welfare investigation case that we're taking care of. We just closed an APS case. So currently have any APS cases open. We have 48 child support cases. And we have our total caseload for eligibility programs is 523 with 6 pending cases. We have 4 adult financial cases, 3 behavioral health cases, 2 Colorado Works cases pending, 124 employment first cases. Those are those individuals that are on benefits that don't have young children in the home. 269 Medicaid cases, 117 SNAP cases, and 4 workforce development cases. Those are the cases that have workforce development, are the cases that have kids in the home, but they're maybe older kids. So they're having to meet some of the work.
And how many of them did you say?
4 cases. That doesn't mean 4 individuals, that means 4 cases. There could be a number of individuals on the services. You're looking at a question.
Nope.
Okay, just digesting.
Yep.
Any questions about caseload?
That's kind of a good sign.
Yes, yeah, that's a good sign. I did offer to help, one of the counties in the Northwest with, reviewing child welfare cases. They had a supervisor leave. And so when there's a child welfare referral that's made, you have to go through a process called red team. And they need a supervisor to oversee those red team decisions. So I told them that depending on what my workload looks like, I could help out with that a little bit. We're not taking on any cases, it's strictly me looking over their work and improving it. So just in case you hear from some Northwest County, you know. I think that's
State's looking to save money, cutting outreach for services, that funding. It's affecting us.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't get much, I think it was like $20,000, but that's not much compared to what other
Yeah, but
counties
going
were
to the
receiving.
counties, I'm curious to see if they're seeing a draw as well. I would suspect.
I would imagine, so we're one of 5 counties, I believe, that still run LEAP in-house. The rest of the state has opted to use Discover Goodwill to process those applications. And so, I would imagine that, you know, with some of that funding, that would eventually start to go towards Discover Goodwill.
Everybody's money.
I haven't heard talk of that yet, but I mean, I can imagine that there might be a push with everything else that's going on
Yeah,
in human services, that they would say this is too expensive for counties to administer and need to use Discovery. So another last star community for sure.
yeah.
Hopefully, fingers crossed, we can keep it for a while. I am putting on a directors association meeting to come up with an alternative plan to the districting idea. So just wanting you guys to know that you should have something by the end of this week. We're hoping to get the proposal completed today and to the Health and Human Services Board by first thing tomorrow. So we should see that proposal coming out probably in the end of the week too. I don't know if Health and Human Services Board will then send it to you guys. I'm not sure how that works on the CCL.
Yeah, I know it's 7:30 in the morning discussion on Friday before our steering committee.
Okay.
So,
So you'll have it by then.
yeah, we'll have that one.
Hopefully before then, so you can look it over. It feels like a pretty strong plan at this point, but you know, it all depends on the support we get from you all, and then lobbyists and support from me.
Yeah. I feel like there's been a lot of support across the state, but maybe on 11 counties around there. So,
Yeah, and we're still having discussions as directors, but then of course we've had discussions with our district, to use that language, our district area.
yeah,
There's just so much that's going on. I'm trying to wrap my head around. I'm also sitting on a statewide meeting in addition to the other meetings around the shared services and the districting specifically with the state. And so there are some things that they are very firm and adamant on, specifically around fraud services. For whatever reason, they really want to move that to a district model, or I'm sorry, to a statewide model for fraud. But we won't really have an explanation as to why. And then the call centers, they're very adamant about. We found out last week that with the call centers for Medicaid, so someone would call a 1-800 for Medicaid. If it's an easy question, just about like, how do I apply or something like that, that call center would handle it. That's called a tier 1. But if it's more complex or case specific, they would then send that to a tier 2 call center, which would be managed by the district hub. But they didn't include that as part of any of the funding or support for district hubs. So,
I mean, it's in line with issue, the main challenge for our districts is the technological structure,
Mhm.
so. It's gonna fit right in, I think.
Mhm. Yeah, with the lift, infrastructure doesn't exist right now in our area, we don't have a call center.
Yeah.
Folks call counties directly. Doing so. Yeah. Yeah. Definitely, complex.
Yeah.
Lots of different things.
So, and I mean, conceptualize, because I've thought about it quite a bit, just to get everything straight in my mind, so. The push for the district is to help reduce our error rates with the purpose of, keeping our federal fund.
So, yes and no. That is, the original proposal was that. But then, when we had confronted the state and said, by doing this district model, we're not on the same programs for workflow management or for document retrieval or anything like that.
Everything's district.
Yes, so, so we would actually increase our error rates by going to this district model.
So, I mean, that was the reason, and then it sounds like. The state is saying we wanna decrease our error rates so we get federal funding, but they also want to cut costs.
Yes. Yeah, so twofold is that, initially they were saying, well, we don't want anybody to lose staff. We want small county presence, everyone has to have at least one person in their office. And then all of this other stuff around, like, well, of course, there's gonna be attrition, like,
Yeah.
you're looking at probably 50% cut to human services personnel across the state.
Yeah.
All of those types of things came out a little bit later, so yes, it's cost savings, but no, I don't think that it will benefit our per week.
Okay.
Mhm.
So I keep thinking like just trying to see some path forward with it, but. I mean, the reasons that they're doing it are undercutting ties and I'd like, in my mind, see a solution, but then it just runs into states making cuts. And it's not gonna help anything. Federal side,
Mhm.
so, is that,
We'll just take,
oh,
and whoever the district had, counties will still be on the hook for all of the issues, right? And most likely the county portion cost will increase because,
20 to maybe 50 or
or more.
more.
Because then the state will say, well, these are your issues. This is, because you didn't have anybody hired to do this work.
Yeah.
But really the district is the one that's supposed to control all. Yeah, lots of different nuances.
Well, it's an IGA, no man, it's an IGA, so it's basically. We're hiring the district
Yes,
to do this work for us. And if they mess it up and mess up our rates and everything else, then our recourse is against them, which. Begs the question, why would anyone wanna be the district?
I mean, Jefferson County already adopted resolutions and they don't want to.
and I think that we will see more counties to move.
Yeah.
However, the state's response to that was, well, then we'll just find a third party to do it. So, and counties would still have their portion owed to whatever that third party is. So,
So
I
instead of
don't know what the rate.
paying our local social services here. Even if it's more than 20, whatever it is, it's gonna go.
Well, some of the legal discussion that took place in the phone call that I was on was, wait a minute, how can the state force us to enter into an IGA? I mean, that's like a contract, it is a contract. How can they say you will sign this IGA with this district? Isn't that pretty much just taking all of your authority completely away?
Where you are on hook for providing these services. I don't care how you do it, except there's only one option.
say, no, we'll just do it ourselves then.
Yeah.
You know, and the same thing with like a third party, that's even worse. You're gonna tell this community that they're going to use this contract, this third party contractor
Yeah,
from wherever.
Yeah, because that worked really well with our Medicaid transportation service.
yeah, yeah,
Talk about fraud and mismanagement of support for clients.
Well, frankly, I mean, you can look at. It's by my tongue. I'm getting smarter.
So I really hope that our alternative plan will be accepted. We have some very bold statements in there that I don't think the state will like, and I don't want to share too much about it, just because we want to really make sure that we can get a lot of lobbying support.
so how do you buy from when you come in,
Yes.
CCI and
Yes.
everything?
But I'm very satisfied with them, is what I would say. Seems like a really great alternative.
Hopeful.
Hopeful, I am hopeful, I haven't given up that yet.
No.
Last week, I was a little,
Yeah.
it was a little crazy making, but yeah.
I was disheartened last week because I could see how it would really work for us. And then just kept running into with state and then federal and in the process with that, it's not gonna work for anybody anywhere, so.
Yeah, it is, and a little bit of that last week too.
So
This,
just getting excited for Friday.
anything else, you guys? Anything from us? Nothing from me. We probably will not have an APS meeting on Friday. Because we don't have any case of them, we also have a child welfare case that we have in court. So just so you just know that, that email should be sent. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful day.
Yeah.
You too, thank you.
Revisit my motion to adjourn. All in favor of adjourning?
Yes.
Yes.
We're not gonna,